From the left-hand side, click on Website, then click on Overview. Now what you have is your website dashboard, and here you can see that you can manage multiple websites. Now the great thing about Kazeli is that you can literally have 20 different websites all running from the exact same application. So the great thing about this is that all the various leads that you have coming from those different websites, and they could be completely different companies, they can all be funneling, all those prospects can be funneling into the exact same contact database, which will allow you to cross-sell, upsell, etc. to your individual prospects, suppliers, clients, and so forth. So let me show you how simple this is to create a new website using our platform. So you click on Build Your Website Now. Now we have various templates that you can choose from. Now we've focused specifically on developing not just templates, but on multiple color schemes. So when you look at a template here, look at it from the perspective of the basic layout. You can customize it and make it your own based upon the images, the colors, and the content that you actually apply to your design. So let's go ahead and select one of these here. So now what you're going to notice is in this editor, you can actually browse around the site. Okay, so this is a bit of a preview. So you can see what it's going to look like. So now you've got various color groups on the left-hand side. Go ahead and select, say, blue, for example, and I'll show you all the blue color schemes. So let's go ahead and choose this one here. And now you can see what it's going to look like. And if you're happy with that, that's great. Or you can add some special colors. You can change the background. But I'm pretty happy with the way this looks. Let's go ahead and click Next. Now it gives you a sample navigational structure. So you can either choose to keep this or you can make changes. So let's go ahead and call this our services 2, and we put this as a subsection of our services. Go ahead and click the Add the Page. There we go. When we're done, go ahead and click Next. Now just create the website. Now it's actually done and is accessible on the web right now. So next thing is let's go and update the website. So now it's given it a name of Sarah MC. So what I want to do is I want to edit the name of this, and let's go ahead and call this my consulting company. Update the name. So now you can actually see the website that's now been created. And you can see here that the website is now actually live on that temporary domain. Now, of course, you can put your own domain on it, which I'll show you here in a minute. So next thing is we can go and actually buy a domain. So go ahead and search for the domain. And now you can see that the domain is available. So I'm going to go ahead and buy specific domains that I'd like. Right now I just want the .com domain. Go ahead and add the domains to the order. Go ahead and click Continue. I can buy it for 1 year or I can buy it for multiple years. Click Continue and I'm done. Once you've made the purchase, the domain will be available and be pointing automatically to the Kazeli servers. So then all that's left is you need to wait about 1 hour before the domain is completely live and active. So in that time, it's a great time to actually start setting up your site. So if you go into that particular website you've created and go into the page editor, you can actually start editing the individual pages. Okay, now you can see just a standard hierarchy here in the pages that you've created. You can of course create new pages very simply just by doing this and doing, our services 3. And just like the other thing that I showed you before, you can add more service pages, you can remove, you can delete, all directly from here. Let's go ahead and update the Our Team page. Now we have various sections here. So this is the actual page link name. You can also change the subsection in which this page appears. You can add or remove the display sidebar. You can have a redirect. So if you click on this link, it redirects actually to another page. You can have a unique page title. That's the page title that appears in the browser bar. You can have your own keywords and description for each individual page. And down below is where you have your different page versions. If you click on Edit, It will open up our editor so you can manage the page. So I can go ahead and take this text, say, just like this. Once I'm happy with the page, I can go ahead and add notes about this particular version. Now let's see. Go ahead and save as new version. Now I've got two versions here. Let's go ahead and make this one active. Now if I come back on my website, I go to our services, or actually our about us, our team. Now I can see the text that I've just added. Now some more advanced features is you can actually save this particular page that you've created as a page template. So then you can use this as a template going forward for all new pages. You can also change the order in which these pages appear. You can duplicate a page. And let's go back to the overview page here. Now, you can add meta tags. This is a bulk way to add meta tags throughout every page. So you can come in here and add meta tags here and press submit, and it will flood every single page that you have with these meta tags. Then you can go back into each individual page and add the meta tags that you like for each individual page. You can also come in here to Advanced Tools and change the CSS directly. So this will allow you to customize it even further. You can change specific fonts and specific text and colors to suit as you'd like. You can also come back in here and change the color scheme. So let's say you no longer want this blue, but instead you would like an orange. So let's come back in here and change this a little bit of orange, and it has a nice background here. Go ahead and save the changes. Now your website's done. It's changed. You come back and refresh the page, and now you can see your website's a completely different color. And all the color schemes match nicely together. So let's take this a step further. Let's go into the online store in Kazeli and add the survey module. So I'm going to go ahead and buy the survey module here and add it to my consulting company website. €3 a month. So I go ahead and go to the checkout. Go ahead and make my purchase. Now instantly, that module is now available. So let's go back into the website, go into my survey manager, and now I can start creating my first survey. Here, let's go ahead and click Create Survey. Now, the survey is an online form. An online form can be used for both internal and public uses. Our survey module is incredibly sophisticated. It allows you to do a multitude of things. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a very simple online form that will appear on my consulting website. So let's just do something very, very simple here. Let's call this Contact Us. Okay. Now you can have all sorts of different options here. From when they sign up, would you like to add them to an existing tag? Okay, this is how your customers are or your contacts are grouped. So let's just go ahead and do this as potential customer. Do I want CAPTCHA? Yes. Do I want to add them to a broadcast list? Yes. Monthly newsletter list. And select who should be notified when the survey is completed. Let's go ahead and make it just Mike. And what information would I like to select? I'd like to get their company. I like that to be the first thing. I would also like to select the email address, their phone number, and let's see, notes. Let's do that. Let's put in something very simple here. Okay, when somebody completes that form, I would like to add them to a follow-up campaign. So let's go ahead and add them to the follow-up campaign here called Consultation Service. I would like to create a new opportunity for every single campaign that gets added. So let's go ahead and create a standard opportunity name so it'll be consistent for every single time somebody fills out this form. And let's go ahead and set up some defaults for that opportunity. Let's make it open. The type is undefined. We don't know what it is. Stage, let's go ahead and say interest confirmed because they've notified us. Let's say 60-day sales cycle, probability undefined for the probability. Let's just say the amount is there, and we can tag it if we like, or we can leave it. So select users that should be added as team members. Well, I want to make sure that Mike is a part of every single opportunity that comes in. And I would also like to ensure that the entire admin team can view every single opportunity that gets created. And finally, who would I like to be the salespeople that are going to be assigned this particular lead? Well, I like it to be Rick, Rob, and Sally. So now what's going to happen when somebody fills out this form, the first time somebody fills it out, it will go to Rick. Then it will go to Rob, and then it'll go to Sally, and then it will start back at the top, and it will go back to Rick, Rob, and Sally again. So it'll go in that kind of order. I could also get more sophisticated with this and base the ownership or the assignment of these leads based upon a specific question that they answer. But I'm going to keep it simple for right now. Okay, this form is now done. So now you go to your website, and now you can see that the form is already here, just like that. So let's go ahead and create a company. Let's say I'm going to contact this particular person, so let's go ahead and do this now. These can be any notes, or we could have changed this name here to be comments. And here I have the choice to subscribe to the newsletter or not. And here's the CAPTCHA. So go ahead and click continue. And there's a congratulations. Okay, so let's take a look at what's just been done. Now you can see that in my message center, I've got a new notification that says survey completed, contact us, Philip Alderson. Go ahead and click that, and now it shows me all the related information. So if I click on his name, it will show me the contact card that's been created, and it shows right here in that contact card the notes so that they filled out. Also, if I click on the opportunity, I can see that the opportunity was also created, and you can see that there was a relationship created to Games Inc., which is the name of the company that Philip works for. And you can see here that the account name's already been filled out and the contact name's been filled out correctly. Also, all the default values of this opportunity have also been filled out. You can see here the opportunity name, the type was undefined as we specified. The sales cycle for this was 60 days, so it put in the start date and the end date of 60 days apart, and it set the status of open. The stage is interest confirmed. The price was $2,995, but the probability is undefined. So in addition to this, it's also started Philip on a follow-up campaign based upon the one that we specified. So under the follow-up section of his card, you can see here consultation service, and it's been added on 6/10. So if I go ahead and click on this, now I can see all the follow-up that will be happening. So the first step on this particular date, this initial follow-up email will be sent. 10 days after, this review request will be sent, and 5 days after that, a call for appointment. Now at this point, I can go ahead and cancel any of these emails if I don't want them to run, or I can force them to run by clicking the run. So it's just automated several different aspects in my company without me having any intervention. So in just a few minutes, I was able to create my website. I was able to create and set up an online form that automatically triggers a follow-up sequence. And now it notifies my sales staff. Plus, any of the emails that are going out to these particular prospects are now personalized. So the emails that are going to go out to Philip now, it's going to be coming from that particular salesperson, i.e. not an info@ourcompany.com. It is going to be going directly from the salesperson that's been assigned to them with their email address, with their phone numbers, and anything else that you'd like to get set up. So the personalization will have a much greater impact on your ability to connect with your prospects, your suppliers, and ultimately your clients. You could also take this a step further. Within our online store, we have various other modules that you can add at any time, including our eShop module. So with just a few clicks, you can go in here, add the eShop to this website, my consulting website. Go ahead and go to the checkout. Purchase. Now the eShop is added to that website. So now all I need to do is go and set it up. Go into the settings and go ahead and make the actual eShop live and put in any of the default values here. Go ahead and fill in all the default values. Once I'm happy with that, I can then go in and add any broadcast lists I'd like to be added when somebody signs up through my website, or the time of purchase, or remove people from a specific follow-up campaign based upon a purchase. Once I'm happy with that, I can then have various options from product layout, color settings, shopping cart behavior, vendor settings, customer groups, inventory management, and so forth. Let's go ahead and add a new product. I can go ahead and fill in all this information. Go ahead and select my thumbnail image. Once I'm happy with that, go ahead and click Save and Continue. Now I can add more images as I like. And there's the image there. Happy with that? Go ahead and click Save and Continue. Now I have some other options here. I can add a drop-down, I can create different customer groups, I can have progressive discounts, I can put it as a kit or a bundle. Let's go ahead and leave it like that for right now. Okay, once you're done, you can now see your website. You've got your website all set up, you've got your form set up, now you've also got your eShop. And now you can go through, it's all functioning, go ahead and click Add to Cart and go through the whole process of purchasing. Just like that. Now you're able to track, measure, and monitor every interaction that's going on with all of your different websites.